Hello, and welcome to my studio and my working table. My name is Lisbeth, and I'm a Danish abstract mixed media artist who likes to do all sorts of things. So look at the playlist, and there you can find what perhaps interests you. But this is part 2. So if you just have hit this video here, I will put a link below to part 1 and go and see that first. But it's all about me making a book or an art journal, or what we should call it, of images from this. Yeah, it's a new book, but the book is about the eldest cookbook from Denmark from 1616, and there are recipes and nice images and all sorts of things about that cookbook here in this book. There isn't much of the recipes or the things in this book I would like to eat today, but it is also 400 years old, so a lot of things has happened since then. But in the part 1 I made, I think, the front and back and 3 other spreads, and since then I have been making some more spreads in the book, but today I missed 4 spreads, and then my book is done, and I will make it flip through at the end so you can see all the spreads. But what do I want to say? Yeah, I like to make these sorts of books with a specific subject, and I have been doing one with old doors and one with, I call them a cabinet of curiosity, and I have done another one where I used a catalog from the Danish People's University, but I will put links below here under the video, and then you can find them if you're interested. But let us start with the first spread I'm missing here today. Oh, this is where I left you last time, I think. Yeah. So I have been also done some stamping and other things here since last week, or last Monday to be more exact. And then I have made this spread here, and now there is empty here. And I have 2 images I want to use in this spread, and this is these 2 here. So I will have to figure out where I want to put them. And perhaps I will cut a little of this off. There's a lot of white there, but some of it I perhaps will use. And there I think I will use all of it. Yeah. So let me see here. If I want to use all of this here, I want to cut that edge off there, and there's a straight edge there, so this I can tear. And as I said in the part 1, it isn't so easy to tear this paper here. It is quite thick, and also I don't have troubles gluing it down, but I have to be much more careful because it is thicker paper and it is so shiny and glossy, so it takes a little more glue. And if I wasn't doing it here, filming it, I perhaps would have used matte medium instead. But yeah, it is much easier to use a glue stick when I'm filming, and the drying time is much quicker. So we'll wait with that. And here I would have to tear. Like this, and off with that one there. So if I cut it, so perhaps it can be there. We'll see. So I just think I would glue it as it is, and then I can cut this off, and I will remove these white things there. And then I would have to find some papers I think look nice with these two images. So I will go in my big scrap box I have here beside me and see what I can find. So I found these two papers, and I think that one looks nice up there, and then I can paint here or stamp or something. And then I have this paper here. And there's missing a little corner there, but there's enough here I can put on, I think. So I will just take there and see. Yeah, I will just make a little mark. It has to be glued onto there. So I will glue this on here and cut this off, and then I can glue this little piece on. And then I will remove the white edges there and glue that on there. And glue these two things on there. So that is the plan for now. So, but you have seen me gluing so many times, so perhaps that isn't so exciting, but I can start with this one. I'll just show you this one. But I really am careful here and putting so much glue on as I can, and especially in the corners and at the edges, because it needs this because it is thick and glossy paper. And then I will also just go around here and hope I have hit somehow. Whoops. And then I will just go perhaps a little over the edge like this. There. Take my cloth and burnish it down. And if there's something hanging over, I can cut it off. So that is sitting there. But I will glue the rest of the three other papers on and see what else to do. So done with the gluing, and I've found some snippets also I've glued in there. And the strip I was cutting off here has been glued down there. So now I only want to paint this here, and I have this, let me see, olive. No, it was not that one. I have a gold that is more like green gold. I think it is this one here, yeah. It is Carandash number 2, and I really like them because they are water soluble. So now I can take my water brush and just blur it out here. And I think that color goes nice with that color down there. And I can give it a little up here because there are some white spots I don't like either. And of course this has to dry. And then I don't think, perhaps I will make a black line there, and I know I will make a black line there. So this is the Stabilo oil, and this gets really black when I put my water brush to it. And I think I will go for a line here also. Making a book like this on not old, but on regular copy paper does that the book is boggly and bumpy, and yeah, it looks like it does. There isn't much you can do about it because copy paper is not a good quality paper, and it is not specifically sturdy either, but I like these kind of books, and you can do whatever you will with them, and I like that. There, black line there. and a black line here. And if you think that is too much, you can always go over it with your finger and smear it a little. But perhaps I think I will, not that one I have here, just a marker, just go in here and highlight this a little. I'm not specifically neat about it, but I try to follow it the best I can. To give it a little more definition, it is quite pale. And the last there. Then I have been all the way around it. So this was the first spread today. So I will find the next one I'm missing, and then I will do that. Yeah, a couple of spreads I have made already. So this is, I think it is peaches and walnuts and a little mouse there, some bread, and I have used different papers in that color scheme. And this spread I really like. A lot of fruit, melon and apples and some hazelnuts, I think. And this was from the first and the last page in the book. And this is also about the cookbook, and some papers and some stamping I have made. So I think color-wise it looks very nice. And this spread here is a whole page again from the book. And here is a recipe in Danish. And an image of a tulip. There was something about tulips in the book also, and I think at that time in Holland, or in the Dutch people were totally crazy about tulips. I can remember I've seen a movie called Tulip Fever, I think it was called, where the onions were sold in stock markets and people were ruined, and they paid the bump out of their trousers for just a single tulip onion who could make a tulip in 2 colors. It was, I remember it as a good film. So but there was a little about tulips in the book also. I don't know why, but you don't can eat them as far as I know. And then I have just painted a little there. And yeah, here is my spread I will make. And I have these 2 images I will put in here. So I will cut them clean and find some papers I think will match these colors. And then I will design it so you can see what my intentions are. I have found these 2 papers. Holy Moses. I think look nice. And I have also this, I think it is something I had dyed with hibiscus tea myself once in some time ago. And perhaps it could go on over there, and then I can paint a little there, and then perhaps this is the same kind of paper as there. It could go there, something like that. I think I like that. Yeah, I also have some. Yeah, perhaps that is too much text. This is the wrong color. I think I will go with this here, like this. So again, I will just glue it down and come back and see what else I can do with it. done with the gluing, and I have this snippet cut off from over here, so I think I would put it up here. Let me see here. Whoopsie. Just put it in there. And then I will find if I put my lid on here, because it will dry out without me doing that. Swear. Cut it off here. Take my water brush. Give a little more glue here. There. It is really nice with this way of blurring things out here. So it looks like they will belong to the piece. There. I can really recommend going in a thrift shops or second-hand stores and find old books with a lot of images in of something that interests you, and use them for inspiration, or use them for images in a book about a specific subject. I really think that you can get such nice book this way. Then I think I will stamp a little here. I have a stays on, and that is a permanent stamp pad. Just a little here. I should also give it a little there. Yeah. Like that. That wasn't much. I've just been re-inking this, but apparently not enough. But I like it. It isn't so obvious that it is a stamp I have put on. So, am I in frame? Yes, I am. So this was the second spread I will do today. So now I will find the next page, or the next spread to do. This spread I have made already here earlier, and this was from the front and back first page in the book, and some flower arrangements and some knots and figures I think there. And then I have drawn some small flower like things there. And this one, artichokes, perhaps cherries, some bread. And they apparently did eat a lot of fish at that time. And I think I have just gone to Google to see what it is, and I think it is called a peakfish or pikefish, I don't know. I think it is the fish where you can get the caviar from. And then I had stamped some bubbles there to make it look like it belongs to that thing there. Then there was this spread here with a nice big picture with a lot of fruits and some shrimps or lobsters or something like that, and a squirrel sitting there, and some grapes, and some old pages from a book, and a text from a book where I just have drawn a little flower-like thing. And there is my next spread. Apparently they weren't drinking the water these days, because it was probably poisoned or poisonous of some kind. So they drank a lot of beer. They did in Copenhagen anyhow. And there are a lot of things about brewing beer in the book. And there were some plants here. This is from the book. And this plant here is a hop flower. And this is these small flower heads there is what you put in when you make beer. So I think I would like to use them. And I have this also, another greenish image. And I have this one, and I think they look nice together. And I have this green paper here cut off from something. So they will go into my collage here. So I will just figure out how I want to place them. And I think I want to place this here. And it's nearly the right size. So I just think I will cut it off there. And there, and then I can cut off in the bottom when I know how much it will take. So now the $100 question is I'm just going to put this one in here, and then I have these two images here for the other side. So perhaps I will put this down here, and then I can, yeah, perhaps cut them up, divide them in two and put them this way here instead. And then I will have to do something there. Perhaps it could be this piece of paper. I think that is a good solution. So now I know they will be the same size. Now I can put these two up here, and they nearly fit. There isn't much missing. And cut this clean and put that there, and something there, and these two here. And then I can do some stamping or writing or something down here. Yeah, that is this design I will go for, I think. So I will glue all these things in and see what more to do with this spread. So all these papers are glued down, and the rest of this one got a strip in here, and these two fitted nicely there. But I can see I have some white here I don't like, so I will give it with my Caran d'Ache. It isn't quite the same color, it is a little more vivid perhaps, but yeah, I don't think that would stay there because it's the glossy paper. So I will see if it would dry there. But yeah, I'm in frame. I have this gold paper, so perhaps a little bling bling gold over there could be nice. It isn't much gold paper I have put into this book here, so now the time is there. Something like that. And I think I will glue it here because this paper is a very brittle paper, and I know if I have glue on my fingers it would tear the glue off. I like the glue off, but the gold of the paper, you can see how easy I can rub it off, but then I just think it looks old, and that is nice. And there I have this strip who's just green, and I think I would stamp all the way down there. So I have this big stamp, I think it is a Tim Holtz stamp, I have had it for many years, and I like it because I like old writing. In fact, I don't like very much to use stamps or stencils, but I do use them. And the reason why I'm not so keen on using them instead of using my own things is they are very recognizable, I think, and my brain is wired quite strange, so I can always remember such things when I have seen them before. And it is both good and bad, but yeah, exactly just like this. Nothing more. That's just a hint. There. Would it be too much there? Yes, I think it would. So now I have dirty fingers, but who cares? The more dirty I get, the better time I have had. I really have my doubts about doing something there. What could that be? Yeah, perhaps just some freehand circles there. No, I think it doesn't need any more. So now I would find the place where the last spread is I'm missing, and then this book is done. This was the next spread I already made, and this is, oh, what was it called? A peak, I think, was the other fish I mentioned. Yeah, I can't remember. I think this one was a peak. I can't remember what the name of this one is, but that's the one who you can get caviar from. This is a peak. And I imagine those are the two people who are living here in my book, going to the fish market to buy fish for their dinner. Yeah, I can see I've used the same paper there and there, and in fact I don't like that them coming right after each other, so perhaps I will do something about that, but for now I would let it be. I don't mind some of the papers are in several places in my book, but not right after each other. I think that's too much, but yeah, I will take care of that. And here is my last spread I want to make, and these are the last two images from the book. Then I have emptied that old book there for images, and let me see, I think I want what do I want? You are perhaps wondering why I'm doing like this, but that is because this is only copy paper layer, and I think it could need a layer more, so it would be obvious to put a thing there, but in fact it's this, there are two people. It is okay here on this side, so I think I will go for it like this. So I will cut the edges clean for this, and this is the rest of the papers I have from my piles of things I perhaps think I can use here in this. I would really like to use this, but I think it is too yellow. It is quite screaming, so I think I will put that away. Then I have this here, that could go. And I have this here, and perhaps this could work here because it is speckled, and there are kind of speckles there. for the one of them. And then there's this one here. That is an old book page I have painted sometime. Perhaps it is, there's too much happening. It is perhaps better with this one here for a base, and then I can always glue more things on. But something like that. What do I else? Yeah, this paper here. Oh, it's too dark, I think. And then I have this book page. Perhaps that is better than this speckled one. Yeah, I think that this is not so busy, this paper here. So something like this I think I will go for. So I will tear the edges and see how it looks, and then I can show it to you. So these 4 pieces of paper are glued down, and this pumpkin is really lovely, and this here is oranges and lemons and some pomegranates, and it's also is a lovely image. But I have these strips here I want to put paper on, and I have some leftover things here on the top. Yeah, this one here I think could go there. And, perhaps that is too much. This one could go there, I think, yeah. Or is it too much? This one is fine, so I will glue that down. Yeah. I really don't know if that's too much. Perhaps this could go there, so it's the same, and up here. Boop, boop. I think I want it up there. That I can cut it off. So perhaps this, yeah, it isn't big enough, and perhaps it is if I paint this black there. It becomes more quiet if I do it like this instead of this one here. I think this is too much, so I will go for this here. It is seldom you hear me say it's too much if it is something with this color. I really like this color, but in this case here I think it is too much. So I will just cut them off here. There. And there. And then I will take my Stabilo All here, my black pencil, and go black here. There. And put some water on and see if it, yeah, it goes black, so no problems. Like that. That is nice. I don't think I like that straight edge there, so perhaps I can find another piece of paper where we can go. And then go this way, because then it is hopefully without white edges. Yeah, and it's a little greenish and a little different from this one, and I like that. So that would go down there. Like this. And burnish it down. Cut it off, and it buckles like, yeah, I won't say swear any words here, but it does. And up here I have some white marks I don't like. So again I will go in with my water brush here. Oh, that was black on. Yeah, that happens sometimes. There. Wow. I think this here is okay. Perhaps there could be happening something up there. I would just give it a little thinking and see what I can come up with to put up there. So done with the gluing, and it ended up like this. And I have just taken my gold pen and put a little gold in here, and perhaps we can put some other marks in here like that. But what about up here? And I have decided to use this stamp here and just put it on like this, and hopefully it won't be black, but just some little lighter mark making here. Yeah, that perhaps was a little too much. I can perhaps put some, yeah, that is too late. Yeah, it will be like this. Break it a little up. So this was the last spread I will make today, and I have also made these spreads here. Again, some fish and some lobsters of some kind, and some meat of a sort, and some trees up here. And here there is also a nice image with pumpkins and some birds hanging there, and some vegetables, more vegetables here, and some stamping. And this one here, there's more different things here. I think it is a duck line there, and it is a bird of some kind, I don't know where. There's a little kitten, and I don't suppose they eat kittens, but this is meat there. And this one, I think it is cake with lemons, and this is also crab and lobsters and eggs and shrimps and all kinds of things, and old book pages. And the back you have seen. But I will take pictures at the end of the video so you can see them there. This has been a really lovely project, making this book and trying to tell these people's story about their kitchen and what they were eating at that time. That is what I imagined anyhow. And I have been using a lot of my scrap papers and my jelly prints, and even though I had that, I still have a ton of them left. But I would recommend if you want to do such things, if you like to do something, you can see what it is, and if you like to have a specific subject, go to the thrift stores and buy some books with images that speaks to you, and you can tell a story from that. You can also use your own holiday pictures and make a book about your holiday that way. I also think I have done that. But there are many ways you can attack this subject. So if you have liked what you have seen here in part 1 and part 2, please give my video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. That would be very helpful of you, and I would appreciate it very much. It isn't the easiest thing to be a little Danish channel in this big English speaking world, because YouTube thinks I'm talking Danish, eller at jeg taler dansk, som man siger på dansk. And I'm not. I'm trying to speak English, but YouTube doesn't know that. But please do that. That would make me very happy. There also is a notification bell if you want to have a notification every time I put a new video up. But this year it would be Monday with something mixed media, and Thursday I have my big Stitch Circle Show challenge going also. So I would just say take care and be creative, and bye for now, and see you with something else next Monday. Ciao, ciao.